All right, this is Shara's review. All right, the first thing I see here is we have 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 terms. So if you have 4 terms, you're going to do factor by grouping. You're going to group the first 2 and the second 2. You split it. First, I make sure step 1 is always check, is there a GCF among all the terms? But there's not, because you have a 5. A 4 and 5 have no GCF. So we're going to look at the first 2 terms. What's the greatest common factor?
V squared.
So take it out, and in your head, you're actually dividing by V squared. That's what you're doing. And you're putting the leftovers in parentheses. So what's your leftover?
4V. And then
Good.
V.
Minus.
Oh, minus 5.
Perfect. Now, you're always going to use whatever this sign is. So if it's a plus, put a plus. If it's a negative, put a negative.
Okay.
That will help you out.
Minus.
What are we taking out? You have 16V and 20. What's the GCF?
2.
There's a better one.
4.
4. So take out the 4. The goal is you want it to look like this. So that will help you. So then when we divide out a -4, -16 divided by -4 is 4V. And then 20 divided by -4 is -5. That works out good because now our GCF, it's the same. Yeah, the reason why the one that repeats, you write 1 time is because that's your new GCF. You're actually like dividing that out. So you're writing 4V minus 5, and then what are your leftovers?
V squared minus 4.
Now, unfortunately, we could go another step because this is the difference of perfect squares. Because that's a square root and that's a square root. So what are we going to do? We could rewrite the 4V minus 5 and then rewrite the V squared as
V
plus 2 and V minus 2. Because you take the square root of the of both. And that's it.
And then
that's your answer.
That's bringing it to
Yeah. That's a 5, not an S. Now I want to show you. Hopefully these will be multiple choice. Okay? So I'm just going to show you. You see it says expression and equivalent? It's multiple choice. Whenever it's expression and equivalent, we're going to use the number 4. We're going to do 4 store X and hit enter. So take your calculator and do 4, because we could use any number we want, but so we're consistent, we're going to use 4. Then you're going to plug in the original with the X. Okay, so and it's going to plug in a 4 for X.
Squared.
Good. Parenthesis.
X plus 2.
I'm going to do a 2 to make sure we get the same number. Okay, and use your thumbs.
90.
How come I got 94? Did I do it wrong?
You put minus there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. I put in my... Yeah, you have to double check your work. So the answer is 90, not 94. Good job. Okay, now we got 90. So X squared would be 16. That would be 15. I did those in my head. Now you do choice 3. I'll do choice 4. I'm going to plug in X plus 1 parentheses, X minus 1 parentheses, and X plus 2. You're plugging in the other one. Make sure you back out with the cubed root. I got 90, but you double check. See what you get.
94.
94. Oh my God, look at that. If you plug it in wrong, my wrong answer would have been there, but the answer is 90. Yeah. Boom. Okay, so that's pretty nasty. All right, now, let me fix this. Do you need more of these? Whenever it says expression equivalent to or simplify, so you see here it says factor completely. You're probably going to get these, but just do 4 store X and plug them in. So I'm not going to check any more of those. These are all 4 stores X. You're going to be given the formula for quadratic equation.
Yeah, he said that he's going to give us that formula. He's like, that's the only one formula
that we're
actually going to use.
Now, you have to set it equal to 0 first. I have a feeling they're not going to have it set equal to 0, and you're going to have to move stuff over. That should be for a unit test, not the midterm, but make sure you list who your A, B, and C is, and you always take the sign in front. So B is actually -10. Okay. And then, do you need practice plugging this one in?
I can plug it in.
Okay, so we'll do -B, so changes to plus. And then B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Now, I only plug the inside, which is called the discriminant of the radical, in the calculator without the radical. So you're just plugging in this. no radical sign, and use parentheses. So, because you have to know that when you have a negative number squared, it becomes positive, so you're better off using parentheses so you don't mess it up. So I got 4. Oh, this is silly because we could have factored this one because it's a perfect square.
I have a calculator charge like you.
You know, I have to run to my car to get it because
Right,
one of the students, I brought it to her house and I didn't bring it in. Yeah, but right now you're okay. It's still working.
Yeah.
When we're doing another problem, I'll run to the car. So this one is 10 plus or minus 2 over 6. This is a weird one because it's a perfect square. Usually it's not a perfect square. But this would be 10 plus 2 and 10 minus 2. And then those are the two answers which you would reduce. Good? Now usually you're going to do one of these where there's a hint where it says express in a plus bi form, which means you're going to have a negative number and an imaginary number. But you're good?
Mm-hmm.
Next topic. Let's see. I don't even
Dividing
remember
by
you.
polynomials.
Did you even do that?
Yeah.
In school? Okay. I would separate these because it's a monomial on the bottom. I would plug each term. I would put that monomial underneath and then do the math.
Can this be in synthetic?
No, this is not synthetic division. This is just regular dividing. That's the thing. It's easier this way.
This is regular dividing.
Yeah, that's confusing.
I
know. Yeah, it's not.
I don't think we did.
I don't think you learned this. I think Tierney didn't. You only did synthetic division.
I think we only did like the long division or the synthetic.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering.
Because it showed us how to do both by long division.
But yeah, this is just regular 21 divided by 7. Keep the base and subtract. You have to remember there's a 1 there. Keep the base. Remember there's a 1 there.
2.
And then this is negative 2. Keep the base. Subtract. I'm just doing it quick. Oops. I don't know why I wrote that twice. And then here the b's canceled. I don't think you would get one of those because Tierney didn't cover it. Instead, we're going to do the next topic. Okay. This one. We can use synthetic division here because there's no coefficient in front of the r. It's just a 1. Now, with synthetic division, you use the opposite sign, right? So, you use the root. Mm-hmm. So, who's the root if the factor is r plus 3?
Wait. Can you repeat that?
Okay.
I was just a little lost.
What's the root if the factor is r plus 3? The root you set equals 0 and get the number. So if you set this equal to 0, and you solve for r, that will be the root, the answer. So what's the root?
R equals negative 3.
Yeah, you use the opposite sign. If they give you the factor, you use the root with synthetic division. It's the root, and then you plug in the coefficients of the original problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to do synthetic division. We're going to use negative 3. Now you have to check that the exponents go in descending order.
Yeah, so it's 1 minus 1, 4.
1, negative 4, because you have to put the sign in front.
1, negative 4, minus 26.
Yes, negative 26.
Minus.
And we did not have to add 0 as a placeholder because it went from 3 to 1. Yeah. I think they're going to give you one where 0 is a placeholder, but I did one with the kid that came earlier.
Negative 3.
You multiply negative 3 times 1, and then on this side you add.
Negative 4 plus
Good.
7.
Then you multiply over here. Negative 3 times negative 7 is,
21.
and then you add. So you get, what do you get?
Negative 5.
Good. Then you do negative 3 times negative 5 is
15. 0.
Yeah. Now this is a factor. If they ask you, is r plus 3 a factor, you would say yes, r plus 3 is a factor because the remainder equals 0. But that's not what they're asking here. They're asking you for the answer when you divide.
Yeah.
So you have to go back, and if it starts with r to the third, then the new answer is going to be 1 less than r to the third.
So this would be your answer.
Yeah,
right?
this would be r squared, r and the number. Yep, so you do 1r squared minus 7r minus 5, and that's the answer. And then if you had to put the remainder over the factor, you're adding 0. That's silly. Now this one, you must do long division because there's a coefficient.
It's a coefficient.
Yeah. if they put one of these on for, I hope these are multiple choice, because then you would just do 4 stars X and find your answer.
Exactly.
Okay, so this one you have to use the factor with long division. And then we'll write it out. But this is what I want to show you on the side. If you're dividing a number like 5 into like 22, you multiply, but then you subtract.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want you to keep in mind. The way I do this is, first we already have a 3, okay, but we only have one A and we need 3A, so we're going to put A2.
8 squared.
Now here's what we do. I'm going to multiply A2 times 3A.
So that's going to be 3A cubed.
But I write the opposite sign. That's what I want to tell you. Because you have to say. So I write the opposite sign. So I'm going to do the math in my head and then write the opposite sign. So then I have A2 times 2. So that's positive 2A squared. But I'm going to write the opposite sign. Okay? Now I combine. And then negative 7 and negative 2 would be, you could use your calculator.
-5.
I got -9 because you're adding.
Oh,
right?
wait. We're adding coming down? He usually taught us that.
Well, we wrote the opposite sign.
He usually
can you do it?
That we add.
You wrote it the original way. I wrote the opposite sign already.
Oh, okay.
If you want to do it your way, you have to get -9 as the answer. I write the opposite sign and then I just add. Like I did over here.
So -7.
Plus -2.
-2.
Now, I want to tell you, the rule is always going to be the same sign on top. I'll write that down so you don't have to think. So because we have a negative, I'm going to put the same sign on top. But I have a 3. How do I make it a 9? I got to put a 3. And it's always going to be one less. You see how it's A2?
Yeah.
The next one's A. I don't even have to use my brain.
So it's just 3A.
Yeah, with the negative. Now we're going to multiply. What's negative 3A times 3A?
It's 3 times 3, it's 9.
So it's -9, but we're going to write the opposite sign.
So +9?
Yeah.
Okay.
9. Now, what's negative 3A times positive 2?
-6.
So it's -6A, but I'm going to write the opposite sign so I could just add them.
Okay.
So -30 plus 6. I don't even.
-24.
Yeah, I don't even want to use my brain at this point. Okay, now, same sign on top, so I don't have to think. I already know I need a negative because I have a negative here. And now I have 3, and I got to make it 24, so I need the 8. And I know there's no more A because it goes in descending order. So now let's do this. -8 times 3.
24.
But -24,
So
but I
we took
write the
24.
opposite side. That's it. You'll watch this video.
Okay.
I like my way better. I don't. -8 times -2. -8 times positive 2 is -16. But we write the opposite sign, and now we could add the -21 plus 16.
-5.
So that's the remainder.
Yeah.
So if we rewrote this, it's
So
A
if we
squared.
rewrote it, it's A squared minus 3A minus 8, and then it would be minus
5 over
5 over
3A plus
3A
2.
plus 2.
That's it. All right. Oh, here's one with missing powers where you have to add a 0.
Oh yeah.
But
okay.
you want to not do it and move on because you
So
know how
like
to do it.
basically, what the missing? I just want to see how to set it up right. So
You would use the root,
use the root.
and we could use synthetic division because there's no
Oh, yeah,
coefficient.
I
And
then-
what's the setup?
don't you just like put a 0 in the place that
Yes.
is missing a power?
Yes. So
But oh wait, yeah, it is missing power. So
it
would
is.
be minus 2. It'd be 3.
Mm-hmm. There's no A to the
3,
third.
0,
Mm-hmm.
minus 20.
Yes, because you have to include the sign in front.
Minus 6.
Perfect.
Plus 14.
Good. That's it. I'll just leave the
Okay,
setup
yeah,
like
that's
this.
fine.
Maybe
I just
I'll
wanna
do it
make
with
sure.
someone.
Just want to make sure that.
And then,
right.
yeah. Here it's saying synthetic division. You could
Okay.
use when the coefficient is 1. We got that. Okay. Now,
This is
next
another
part is,
missing power.
yeah, so we're good. We did cover the topics. You could practice those yourself. What about this? The matrices.
This I have no idea what to do.
Okay.
He was doing it in class. It was like
First, we're gonna. Well, you're gonna get one of these on open response. I label it 1, 2, 3. Now, oh, it's a nasty one. Okay. What you have to do is you have to have equal coefficients, opposite signs, with and eliminate one of the variables. So I want to show you on the side, like if I had x plus y equals 8 and x minus y equals 10. You see how now I could add, because the y's have a 1 and a negative 1. They're equal coefficient and they're opposite signs. So I could cancel that and get 2x is 18 and then get x is 9. You see that?
Yeah.
So that's your goal. But first I want you to plug it into the matrices key to get the answers. You have to make sure that your x's are lined up, your y's, your z's. So you're going to hit the second button and then hit the matrix. First you got to get the answer, because if you screw up the math, you want the answers first. So do second matrix, which is right there. Oh yeah, at one point out, go to the car so you could plug it in. Edit, and you hit edit, and you're going to put the coefficients only. So you're going to do
2.
And you hit enter, and it goes in a row. So second matrix.
-6.
Yeah, it's a 3 by 4.
9.
It's always 3 rows by 4 columns. So you're going to do, 2, negative 6, 9, negative 8.
Should I just put 1?
5, yeah, when there's nothing there, you put a 1. And then 3, 1, negative 8, negative 28. And you double check your work, because if you screw it up, then you have to hit the second mode button to quit. And then you have to do second matrix again.
He said that...
he wants the work.
He said, well, if it's like on open response, that like we should give the work.
Yeah.
But he was like, if you just do it in the calculator, you're only getting 2 points, but at least you got it done and didn't get any.
Yeah, so
I think
you got it? You need to charge it? Okay. All right. You're going to start working on this, but that sucks. I'm so mad. I brought the charger to the girl's house and I never brought it back in. All right, so here. You got here x is -1, y is 7. It's the last column. And z is 4. Tierney wants you to copy the 1, 0, 0, the 0, 1, 0. He wants you to copy the whole thing. But anyway, let's look at the variables and see which one is the easiest to eliminate. We want equal coefficients, opposite signs. Do you have any here with equal coefficients?
No.
Wait, we're looking.
Oh, wait, yeah.
You know why? You're looking at a different number than me. I'm looking at this one. Okay.
Oh, damn.
That's so funny. Okay, so let's look. Who here? I think I see one with equal coefficients. What letter? Y, right?
Y.
So you could do 1 and 2, 2 and 3, or 1 and 3. Those are the 3 options. So I'm going to do 2 and 3 because all you have to do is multiply one of them by a -1. And then the y's will cancel. Which one do you want to multiply by -1? It doesn't really matter.
Whichever one.
All right, let's do this one, the first one, okay? What would you get? You get -5x. What else would you get?
-5x, and then
you got a hop.
negative y.
And then
negative
2z.
And then -10.
And now I'm going to add, and when I add, you just do 3 plus -5. See, that's why I chose the top one, because then it was easier for me to add. I just added -3 and -5, and I got -2. I'm sorry, +3 and -5, and I got -2. -8, -2 give me -10, and -28 and -10 give me -38. So I use option 2 and 3. So I have a choice now, 1 and 2, or 1 and 3. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah,
so pick one. Which one do you want to pick?
1 and 2.
All right, 1 and 2. So I'm going to put 1, and I'm going to put 2. And now I already have opposite signs. You have to use y. You have to eliminate y because that's what we chose. You can't pick another variable. So let's do you see what we have to multiply the bottom number by? Because the top number for y is -6, and the bottom number is just 1.
1.
So what do we have to multiply by?
-1.
We have to multiply by...
Oh, 6.
Does that make sense? So when you hop 6 times 5, 6 times 1, 6 times the 2, and 6 times the 10. Now in this case, I do have to rewrite the top one because it's too confusing to try to add with it not lined up neatly. Okay. And then look at that, the y's cancel. And then you use your calculator to add. You don't want to accidentally get the wrong number because we incorrectly added. I just added in my head, and that's a bad idea. I'm checking. Okay. Does that make sense? Now, the next step is you put the two things you boxed on top of each other. So we have -2x minus 10z equals -38. And 32x plus 21z equals 52. Oh, these are crappy examples. I am going to get rid of the x because they already have opposite signs, and I just have to multiply the top by one number. Do you know what number it is? You got to make it a 32.
32, yeah.
So 16, right? Because 16 times 2.
It's kind of
30. Yeah. So this would be -32x minus 160z, and I have no idea what 16 times -38 is. I'm getting -608. I don't like these examples. They're huge numbers. These are not from the Regents. Like, these are just, I don't even know.
Like, I think
that's why
just makes her own
I
problems.
know. Now, -160 plus 21, because now I'm going to add, is -139z, and -608 plus the 52 is -556, and then I got it, the opposite multiplies divide, and then I got z is 4 when I divide. Now I'm going to go back and check. I hope we got z is 4. Did we? Yes. So we know we got it right. If this was wrong, don't try to find your wrong answer. Start all over. I'm not kidding. It's too hard to find the wrong answer. Okay, so now we have to go back to one of the first ones we did, like the one in the box, because we got z is 4. So I'll use this one. I don't like negatives, but those have too big of numbers. I'm going to do -2x minus 10z is equal to -38. Oh my goodness. So -2x minus 40 equals -38. Then to get x alone, you go to the side with the x, and the opposite -40 is plus 40. Then you get -2x is, let's see, what's -38 plus 40? That's 2. So now I get, when I divide, I get x is -1. Now is x -1?
Yeah.
Is that a 1 or a 7? Did I do the math wrong? 40 minus 38.
Check the calculator.
Yeah, let me check. Good idea. Second matrices, math, RREF, because I am going fast. You can't go fast on these. You got to go super slow. Oops. Second matrix, math. And I didn't even, let's see, put the A in the matrices. Oops. Oh, good. It is -1. My handwriting's crappy. Okay, good. It is -1. Thank God, because otherwise we'd have to find the mistake. Yeah. Now we have to go back to the original -1 and z.
And find the
yeah, so -1 for x and z. We got 4, and I just plugged into the first one. Yeah. And then you could pretend solve and get y is 7 because we know it's right. Yeah. Okay. What's next on this list? And last year the boys told me there were several parabola functions, so
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, so there's 22 questions. I sent you all of them. You have to make sure you know all of them. So what does inverse mean? She has all the steps.
Yeah.
You just switch x and y and solve for y.
I think we were doing this in class, like as a review.
We should do like a harder one, like number 9.
So it would be x
equals
-2 over 5
y plus 1. Now you want to isolate the y, so the opposite of plus Good, it's minus 1. I put my binomial in parentheses. Now to get y to be a positive 1, you multiply by the reciprocal, which is 5 over negative 2, and then it cancels.
We multiply, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter where you put the negative. I would leave it like this. Maybe if it's multiple choice, you might have to distribute, but if it's open response, you could replace the y with this. This is the symbol.
The inverse of f of x.
Yeah. Do you want to try another one? I want to show you how to do it back solving. And I did this before with one of the kids. You're going to plug the original into the calculator, so use my calculator. And you're going to get me 2 points from the graph. So go to y equal. I back solve inverse. Do 3x plus 2. Whenever it's multiple choice. Go to second table, get me 2 points that aren't fractions. Small numbers.
-2, -4.
And what's another one?
1, 5.
All right, now inverse means switch. So I'm going to go through the choices and look for 5, 1,
5, 1, and then
negative 4, 2. Negative 2. And I write it down because I can't flip in my head. I screw up. But anyway, try choice 3. I'm going to run to the car while you try choice 3 because I'm going to look to see if I should have the plug in there. So we can charge your calculator. Hold on. I must have brought it home with me. It's not there.
That's alright.
I'm so mad because I brought both. I have 2 of them. I brought both charges with me. And okay. Did you get those points?
I was getting fractions when I put this in.
But did you get 5, 1 and negative 4, 2?
I've been doing the other ones.
Oh, it didn't work?
Fractions.
Okay.
Like, I'll do it again. Look.
It might not be that answer.
3x minus 2 second graph.
Yeah, just go to 5. Go to 5. Arrow down. This might not be the answer. I just picked the easy one to plug in. Oh, yes, it's definitely not that one.
I think it might be one.
This is annoying, yeah, because you have to make it say y equals, so you would have to do x over 3 plus 2/3. Yeah, try that one. That one might be it.
So it's
X over 3.
X over 3.
Plus 2 over 3. And go to the graph. That was annoying, that one, because you had to move stuff over.
And then 2 over 3.
Go to table. You have... Oh, we didn't get that one.
Fractions.
That one stinks. Oh, I know why. I was just thinking, I think this is a stupid one. Look, no, they didn't continue to solve. They just did switch X and Y and solve. So it's choice 2. This is a bad example for the... Let's do one more where we do the inverse. Do this one. Go to the graph and get me 2 points. So do 5x minus 5. That was stupid that they're telling you the rules to isolate, switch and then solve, and then they didn't solve. That's the problem with multiple choice. That they shouldn't have picked that example. That was a mistake.
0, negative 5.
And give me another one.
And then 2, 5.
All right, so do 5, 2, and negative 5, 0. Try, yeah, do choice 1 first. We're just going on. Now I don't have a... Wait, did I bring a second calculator? I like to work with you guys so I could get one done. I think I only brought one calculator today because my boys are doing math at home. Oh, I have another calculator. Perfect. All right, you do choice 1. I'll plug in choice 2. Let me see if I have the plug in here. Nope. Must be at home. Because you definitely do not want to use the wrong plug at home. You have the plug at home, right?
Yeah.
If you use the wrong plug, it messes. It will ruin your whole calculator.
So then, gotta put one of these in.
I did choice 2. You do choice. I picked the easy one. Yeah, you have to plug in the harder one to double check. I'm looking up 5. Oh, it's definitely not choice 2. I hope it's choice 1. Did you get 5 too?
Nope.
You didn't?
Yeah, fractions.
No way. Is this another one where they just switched it? Look, this is another one where they just switched it and didn't solve. These are bad examples. These are old. These are old. These are from sequential 3 when I took it in school. They're bad examples. I'm telling you, because they didn't even solve for y.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? They just did step 1, x equals 5y minus 5, and then there's the answer. That's what's bad. But
Yeah,
you get the gist of how to...
It says, look, like which equation defines the inverse.
Yeah.
And that would be the answer.
Yeah, they didn't actually solve it and do this.
Yeah.
But you're okay with this now, right?
Yeah.
We'll move on. Now you have to know power over root.
Yeah, radicals.
This they ask on the SAT. That's the base. The base is...
Base is x.
Right, and that's the power, and that's the root. So you rewrite it as power, and then the little index root. Power, little index.
Wait, so it would be x under the radical with...
a 4 on the outside.
1 in the front, 4 on the outside. Power, root.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
All right, let's do number 1 here. Let's do these Regents ones. I would rewrite power root. And then I would use my calculator, and the calculator gives me 27 when you plug it in. Even if I plugged it in 81 raised to 3 divided by 4, I will get 27. So you would just have to show, though, the power over root. Even this one, what goes on the inside, the 4, and who's on the outside?
3.
Yeah. And then I'm going to just plug it in. I'm not even going to hit the math key. I'm just going to do -8 to the 4/3 and get the answer the normal way instead of using the cubed root. This is that power rule where you're supposed to multiply together.
Yeah.
And this one's a little hard. 3 squared is 9. So if I did this and then 3 squared is 9, you might get one of those.
Okay.
Oof. This one. How would you rewrite that? X to the 3 over...
X to the 3 over 5.
Y to the...
8 over 5.
And over here, X to the...
2 over 3.
And Y to the...
6 over 3.
Which is 2. Then you keep the base and you subtract exponents, but you don't have to get a common denominator and do the 8th grade math, because you just, in the calculator, plug that in and then hit the math key and then hit fraction, enter, until it converts it to a fraction. So I'm going to show you 3 divided by 5 minus 2/3. It gives me negative 0.06666. So I hit math frac, and you get x to -1/15, and then 8/5 minus 2 gives me -0.4, and I hit math frac, enter, and it gives me -2/5. Is that what they wanted? Yeah, that's it. But now I want to show you, if it's multiple choice and it says expression equivalent, what are we going to do?
4 star.
Yeah, let's do this nasty one. 4 star x, enter. And then we're going to plug in the original. 8 raised to x divided by 2 times 8 raised to x divided by 3. And I got 1024. Make sure you get the same thing as me.
X to 3.
Did you get it? 1024. Good. Now do choice 1. That's what we're looking for. We found our number.
So then it's math 5.
Yeah, you pick the x root.
So it's 6.
It worked.
8 to the 5x.
Yeah. Now, on the Regents, check all 4 choices. In midterm, you might not have time. Once you find the answer, pick it, move on. So you go with this, and when there's 2 variables, you use 4 store x and 3 store y. Use 4 and 3. Okay? You want to try one with 2 variables, or you think you got it?
I think I should have it.
Yeah. And don't forget to hit enter after. You have to store the variable first, then you plug in the original equation, and then you match with the numbers. Yeah. Now what about solutions that would isolate the radical and square both sides?
Let's go over.
Okay. The first thing, if it's multiple choice and it says what is the answer, now you see how the brackets like this? This represents the x values. That's different than parentheses, which is x and y. So this is saying x is 1, x is 0. So technically, you have the answer. One of these works. So we could just do 1 store as x and hit enter. Do it that way. Now plug in the left side. The left side is radical x plus 3.
X plus 3.
And what do you get? Hit enter. 2. Now do the other side. 3 minus x. Just plug it in the middle. Simple math.
3 minus x.
What do you get?
3.
You didn't do 3 minus x.
Oh. 3 minus x.
What do
2.
you get? 2. Did they equal each other?
Yeah.
So 1 worked. So now I got to check 6 store as x and hit enter because 6 might also work. And now we don't even have to retype it. If you want, arrow up to your equation that says x plus 3 and hit enter. Yep, no, leave it. It's going to plug in the 6. Okay. What do you get? 3. Now arrow up to the 3 minus x that you plugged in, hit enter. Are those equal? No. So the answer is 1. If you did this by hand, you would get both those answers, and if you forget to reject it, you'd get it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay? So you're okay with the multiple choice?
Yeah.
Now, if it's open response, I'd rather we do the actual Regents questions, not the examples she gives, because it's going to be the Regents questions. I don't think... If it's stuff like this with complex numbers, you're just plugging it in the calculator if you're in A plus BI form. I don't think you have to worry about those. I think... Okay, I want to show you Regents questions with an I. All you have to do...
Just make sure it's an A plus BI form.
Yeah, and plug it in. And if it has a variable, like this one, I did this one on one of my other videos.
Can you just put like
you do like 10 store as A or 4 store as A, whatever the number you want. We're picking 4.
So 4 is like the base
yeah, I use we're just using 4. I used to use 10, but I noticed for the SAT when we back solve they give us big numbers, so we're better off with a smaller number. But this one, the roots, these are the answers. So I want to show you something. We could store this as x and then plug in the choices because it says the roots. When it says what's the roots or what's the solution or solve, then we have you use the choices as x because they gave you the answer to one of these. So do me a favor. Use alpha link because you want a fraction key. I'm just skipping number 1 because I'm assuming it's an I. And you're going to do alpha link, and you're going to put 2 plus. You can't put plus or minus, so just pick the
2
plus.
Plus I.
Radical 2. Back out
Radical
over
2.
3. And then back out and hit store, the store button as x. Yeah, store x. And hit enter. Now it's going to plug it in. Now you type.
I still got that.
Yeah, you got that crazy number. Then type in 3x squared minus 4x plus 2. It's easier than typing that big
3x squared
minus 4x. We'll plug it in the original.
Minus 4x plus 2.
Okay. 0. Oh, that's what we wanted. We got the answer. Let's plug in one that doesn't work. Do alpha link and do this one. 2 plus radical 10. We're ignoring the negative. Over 3. Back out. Stow x. Enter. Now arrow up to the equation that we plugged in, 3x plus, and hit enter, and we'll plug it in. You don't even have to retype it. What'd you get? 4. 4 is not what we're looking for. What are we looking for?
0.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm not doing focus and directrix right now. because that I need time to teach you. But there's like 22 problems, and I gave those problems to everybody in the email. These are the log rules that you have to know.
Log, we just recently did it. I find it easy.
Okay, good.
It's just remembering all the formulas, which I could probably.
It's right here, all the stuff. Yeah, and I think you're gonna get a log. Let me stop this because